If I win this race, it's because Dustin isn't here.
Welcome back to another video. Today we're at Bellefontaine.
Oh, then it's just on
the
normal
rain,
life,
Bubba
right?
CX number 4, Cat B. Let's get it. Once again, if I win, it's because Dustin isn't here.
Please.
He doesn't race in the rain, which is always good for me. So here we go, hopping on for the very first lap here. Joe and I are battling it out for the whole shot. Joe gets it, it's fine. So let's talk a little bit about stats for this race. 179 heart rate average, 189 max, and like 204 watts average, or 250 watts average, 1214 watt peak, and a normalized of 331 according to Exert. So that's what it takes to win a sloppy or a semi-sloppy, grassy, gross race at Bellefontaine with 250 watts and a little bit of luck. So this junior goes running around the outside of us like Usain Bolt. He is ripping. Can't get clipped in, so Joe's back on his wheel, and I'm with Joe, and then there's the MICDS kid coming down. And you know what? There's no point in fighting for it. We're all still together. If anything goes weird, we'll fight that in just a second. And as you can tell here, I'm carrying a lot more speed in, but back out because I don't want to lead. It's fine. So we got two juniors, Joe's in front of me, and Zach's behind me. And this is kind of how it goes. We got 5 people, and we're going to take a look around the course here. So this is the second concrete section after the start-finish straight. Kind of that long downhill into a real big power section all the way up this hill. This corner apparently was catching some people out in the earlier races, so I broke a little bit here just because I hadn't taken it at race pace yet, but it seemed to be just fine. I was able to get back on the wheel. This corner was awkward though because there was a lot of bumps in the middle of it, and if you kind of bobble, which you'll see me do in a few laps, you can really let a gap open. So MICDS kid's going up the road. Joe's letting a gap open to the XC kid in front of me, so I go to close it down. Probably wasn't worth it, realistically. Just keep track of like my braking markers here on the first lap, and then we have the whole last lap to play out as well. So we'll compare braking points between those two when we get there. In this corner, I'm just still trying to figure out lines, man. Like the course was evolving, and I found the grass line there was like better, and you'll see me just catching people through that section the whole time. I never really liked the high line there. I like the low line, and ultimately, eventually, I finally get that right. These juniors are chasing each other down, beating each other up. It's a great time to sit back here and watch it. And kind of as we come over the sidewalk again, the XC kid in front of me eats shit, and I run over his foot. And the MICDS kid is gone. Like, he's got seconds on me now. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 seconds there. Coming out of that corner. And now it's a all-out chase to try to bring him back. You can't get beat by a junior, right? That's the rules, except for the fact that you can get beat by juniors all the time when you're 35 and slow. 36 and slow this year, I guess. So I'm using all the course, just trying to make up as much ground as I can. Go through the pothole there like I'm not supposed to. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Yeah. 5 seconds off the pace, and he is going. I don't know if this is his like goal is to just go off the front, right off the front the whole time. But nevertheless, Joe goes by me here. That pinches me a little bit on the inside. It's fine. Bike racing's bike racing. This is part of it. But this is a theme that you'll see this entire race. Every single time we go over the start-finish line. I kind of joked with my nephew because he came to this race, and it was, yeah, we're going to hit it hard up the hill every single time. That's where you earn your vanity points. We did, man. So a little bit later, Joe catches up on lap 2, right there at the bottom of the hill. and you see me bobble, and bam, there they're gone. They're gone again. Catch back on a few corners later, and here we go. We're just rolling, which is always a good sign. I do love a good rolling through this section. Once again, I take a different line than everybody else. It seems to be just as fast. It's not any slower, at least. Bobble a little bit in that corner, and they're gone again. As you can tell, I am hurting. Luckily, they're hurting as well. And I catch back on a few seconds later. Take this corner. I never quite found the line through there. Here's me taking a line that I took in practice, thinking, oh, it's going to be faster. Nope, it's not, and they're gone again. So this is just every single time. So I said, screw this. I want to lead the race because I don't like chasing you guys around. I would rather be on the front riding tempo than you guys just dropping me in every corner. So I attack through, get to the front, kind of break into this corner. Yeah, it's a comfort break. It's not needed. It's just definitely a comfort break. Get on the brake slate here, make this wide corner. Same line Joe was taking. It was great. And you can see Zach coming down the hill there. He's not far off, but he's there. So here we go. Top of the hill, 3. Sprinting up the hill one more time. Just kind of silly stuff the whole time around. Same. And then as we kind of come through here onto lap 4, I learn a little bit of physics again. Something that I'm very, very, very familiar with, which is crashing. I try to take a different line to stay inside, and boom, screwed up. Get hit by the kid behind me. Joe takes like the perfect line and goes right around the outside, and back on the chase I am. It was nice being on the front. A few corners later, I catch back up to him in this little section here, and I don't know what happens. I think Joe just missed his braking point or forgot to turn or something, and we, boop.
You're good.
Little coming together. Little sorry, we're all good. Come to the end of the lap, bam, whacking it up the hill one more time. Man, it is just whacking it up this hill every single godforsaken lap. There you go, lap 5 again. This time, not out of the saddle, but I can guarantee you we're still pushing 500, 600 watts. Just up the hill here. Lap 6, I come around Joe in the running section. I'm a little faster than he is, it looks like. Go around the outside. Life's good. I don't think either one of us were very pressed. At this point in time, I think it's just me. Oh yeah, here we go. Top of lap 6. Get an arrow, trying to make it hurt. Once again, we got Zach, we got the MICDS kid, and we got Joe. And lap 7, we've dropped everybody except for Zach, who comes by me on the left here. First time's his nose in the wind. The MICDS kid's behind me. And somewhere between here and the end of this lap, or maybe beginning of next lap, he is the MICDS kid is gone. Zach gets an excellent run out of this corner, and look at the gap. It's so far already, and that's like I just messed up the corner a little bit. That's what happens when you get it wrong, guys. Things like that happen. So here I am chasing. I think I accidentally cut out the clip of the end of this lap, beginning of 8. And I catch up to him, I'm like, ow, asshole, that hurt. And he kind of warns me that it ain't over yet. We still got a rip. So we are ripping. We kind of come through 8. He pulls through all the way through 8 and on the 9, and going into the 9th lap. I think this is the first time I actually looked up and saw how many laps there were remaining, which was 2. And I kind of take the low line. He takes the inside line to break the inside. It's fine. But he's making it hurt, and I have no interest in being behind him. Once again, I want to ride my pace, not his pace, so I go back to the front. And kind of as we come through here, coming up the hill for lap 10, as you can tell, it's a little easier. I've heard the bell go off. I know it's coming off. Spit a little like everything out. It's bell lap, give it the old cross. Nephew's right there on the side, wife's right there on the side. Zach decides to pull out the BDE and go around and go by me. I guess he wanted to be in front. And he stuffed this corner, man. Look how he just wrong gear coming out of it. I go back by, and here I am. I'm in the position I want to be in. I want to be in the front, and I don't care if he's with me. I am very, very confident in my sprint against most people, so I will just say, I don't care. I'll tow you around as long as we're not going super hard for this last lap. And let's watch this last lap kind of play out. While this last lap's playing out, I do want to talk about my nephew. He is 11 years old. This was his first cyclocross race. And he raced the juniors, and there was like 17-year-olds in this race. Like there was like adult-ass men in this race, racing the kids' race. And they were obviously juniors, but like there were some large kids, and he held his own. He didn't get lapped until like the end of lap 2, and he only did he did 2 laps. I think the leaders did 3 or 4. Like he did awesome. He was racing my wife's her Crux, and it was great. Great times. So proud of him. He's going to be joining us hopefully for Faust this weekend. And off we go. So here's another kid. I think he's a junior. And man, I felt so bad. I couldn't breathe, couldn't speak. I didn't even call out, hey, we're coming through. Hey, there's 2 of us. My bad. I'm so sorry. It's didn't cross my mind. It seemed like I had enough space, so wasn't super concerned, but I should have done that. It's my fault. And once again, I am just trying to get the heart rate under control because it's getting a little crazy. It's the end of the race. It's 1 lap to go. I want to make it hard, but I don't want to make it so hard that it's hurting me and not hurting him. So we're just gonna roll through this section. In this kind of section where we're in here, and especially through these pine trees up here, I always seem to get a gap on him. He said he went down here last year and hurt himself pretty good, so didn't want to push it. And I just get the perfect run through here, and every time I had this corner when he was behind me, it was 400 or 500 watts. Just bring up the pace a little bit until he closes it, just to make him do a little bit of work. That whole death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing. Once he closes down the gap, somewhere in this range, you just let off, you chill, coast into the corner, have a good ride. So I'm doing 400, but he's having to do 500-600 to catch up. It's just numbers games at this point in time. He's not so much stronger than me, and I'm not so much stronger than him that 600 watts doesn't hurt. So you can see me here just making my bike literally as wide as possible in these last few corners. I'm going tape to tape. This Crux is not very wide at all, but I'm just pushing everything out just a little bit more and a little bit more. Try to get a good line through the sand pit, round this out, sticking the inside. This next corner is prime example of me making the bike super wide. Almost hit the stake. Yep, there we go. As we're kind of coming down here, I see him coming up my inside, right about here, and boom, yeah. He doesn't want to sprint against me, so I decide to just make him do it. I kind of give it a punch out of the corner, see if maybe he will let me by, and he does. And it was about that point in time when I knew this win was mine. Go through these last few corners, just drop off the pace a little bit, drop the heart rate by 1 or 2 BPM maybe, and then grip and rip as soon as we hit the sidewalk here. And it's freaking adorable because my nephew is right here by the start-finish line, and he's shouting. There he is right there, bam. My wife's cheering on the side. It was a great time. Thank you for joining me for my first win in 2 years in cyclocross since I left the C race. And let's hear it from me about how elated I was to be here in this position after I died. Of course. Thank you so much for subscribing.
Yes.
Or for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Finally. Of course. Woo! Finally.